In today's news, Shamori Callwood wanted by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force on firearm-related incidents. Education Ministry says they're soaring to higher heights of excellence, and we continue to monitor the global pandemic across the region.
As well as we see where the wellness centers, clinics host the Love Yourself Wellness Fair, as well as the Commission of Inquiry appoints legal counsel. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
Hey Johnson, what's up? Well, you look like you're about to pass out.
I think I am. But anyhow.
Cho, what you doing?
Remember last year when I spoke to you over the phone? When I said, well. Anyhow, ever since that moment, I was wanting to take this step further with you.
OMG, Johnson!
I want to know if you, Via, would officially have me as your sales rep with a friend.
What?
To get live with our February promotions.
Huh?
Get live, get love, and get gifted. Bring a friend to CCT to sign up for a freedom plan. Take a picture with them in the store and post to social media with the hashtag GetLiveCCT. Then put your receipt with your number in the golden basket and wait on a call from Jante. First place gets $500 each. Second place matching Samsung Galaxy A30s, and third place $150 shopping vouchers each to one mark.
So are you really saying?
Really? And I could bring a friend too?
More the merrier.
Welcome, everybody. It's Thursday, February 4th, 2021. A terrific Thursday to each and every one of you. I'm Ron Grant.
And I am Kyla Kenesha Forbes. We are here to bring you your content, your local, regional, and international content for this week.
Indeed. Now, before we get into our headlines, viewers, the secondary high school debate has been going. Kyla had the opportunity to serve as a judge a few times, and we see where the students of the secondary school are literally debating some of the hottest topics. Today's topic was whether or not standardized testing should be mandatory. Mm-hmm. And of course, we saw Bregado Flax Educational Center coming out at the top of that. Of course, impromptu tests for travelers are said to be causing public technical errors, and the BVI remains the top 2 best places to visit in the Caribbean for 2021. I
could definitely agree with that one. But we see where bidders are now invited for social home projects on Tortola as well as Anegada. And a corruption probe, Commissioner Hickenbottom heads back to the UK to prep for oral hearings, as well as we see where they appoint a legal counsel, and that is something that we will be covering in today's newscast.
And now over on the regional scene, we continue to follow where our colleagues in Barbados and St. Lucia are battling what some are considering a third wave of COVID-19. Believe it or not, those 2 particular islands have been facing a huge surge and experiencing a lot of lockdowns, though some partial, particularly in the St. Lucia prison. We see where they have had an outbreak, and authorities are really struggling to keep abreast and keep it under control. Whereas in Trinidad and Tobago, despite their surge of cases, officials say that they have no intentions of locking down the island. So we're going to continue to keep you monitoring on that. But before we do that, we're going to go into our local stories, beginning with a government information services release. The Minister for Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, Fisheries, and Agriculture, Dr. the Honorable Natalio D. Whitley, has paid a tribute to his team in the ministry, who he said is standardized and made up of some of the most beautiful, hardworking, and nicest persons across the public service. Now, Honorable Wheatley said he feels incredibly privileged to be minister for such a dynamic team and looks forward to making things better this year, guided by the theme Soaring to Higher Heights of Excellence in Service to Our Clients for 2021. There is a real spirit of togetherness. It is like a family, he said, adding, never take for granted the role that we play. The minister said, he added, a lot of the clients that we serve are the children that represent the future, and we have to put the best interests of our children to the forefront of our minds. Now, this is why I like the part of the theme, he says, service to our clients. Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Education, Mrs. Carolyn Stout-Igwe, said that in service to its clients, it was important for the ministry to highlight some of the talented students who have benefited from education in the territory of the Virgin Islands. Mrs. Igwe said the ministry hosted a soiree as a part of its custom to commence the work year. This year's activity, she said, featured a budding young entrepreneur who graduated from the culinary program at the H. Lavey Stout Community College and students of the culinary program at the Virgin Islands School of Technical Studies. Now, the students expressed gratitude for their opportunity to showcase their talents and put what they have learned in the classroom into practice. The Ministry of Education here in the British Virgin Islands, Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, continue to really provide leadership and funding, development of policy and legislation that develop accountability, framework, and monitor performance for all persons in education, as well as youth, sports, library, culture, and rehabilitative services and matters. Now, Kyla, the Ministry of Education has had quite a busy week, of course. They've celebrated from the 1st to the 5th Guidance Counseling Week, where we see where the guidance counselors took to different media campaigns, as well as hosting a fair earlier today to really showcase the importance of guidance counselors and also how persons in the community can really assist. In addition to that, we saw the debate. So we continue to wish the Honorable Minister and his team the very best as they continue to execute their duties.
Of course. Now, this February, the Wellness Center clinics, in collaboration with Therapy Works and Journeys Health Spa, collectively gives back a day of holistic wellness to the BVI community through the Love Yourself Wellness Fair. The Love Yourself Wellness Fair will be held on Friday, the 12th of February, 2021 at the Cyril B. Rumney Pear Park lawn from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now, Director and founder of the Wellness Center Clinics, Dr. Michael A. Turnbull, explained the reason for hosting this fair and the timeliness of this event. Now, let's just listen in.
So I thought the fair was important, and we hosted it around Valentine's Day because people do a lot of things. They give them flowers, material things, and they treat themselves in a lot of different ways, which we encourage. But we want you to love yourself, mind, body, and soul. So we brought partners together from Therapy Works, the Wellness Center Medical and Behavioral Health, and Journeys Day Spa with a lot of other giveaways because we want people to do something that benefits their heart, mind, and soul. Come get a massage, get a consultation with our general practitioners, our psychologists, talk to Dr. Smith for physical therapy, so you can just see how you can make your whole self better. We have the Power of 30, who's going to be doing some mind, body, and fitness exercises, and this is all free. Just a way that we could give back to the community so we can all live well.
Now, viewers, the fair will offer an array of services on site, which includes diabetes screening and wellness checks, pain functional screenings and massages, blood pressure CIS, weight loss evaluations, Power of 30 fitness sessions, stress management, and question and answers with a licensed psychologist. Now, Dr. Turnbull, as he said in his voice note just now, further stated that all services offered at the fair will be free of charge, and that the fair will be a way for the event partners to give back to the community and encourage persons to live well. Now, participants will have a chance to win fabulous giveaways sponsored by House of Luxury, Body Glam, Body You Fit, A Girl Luxury Roses, and Fit Factory. But Ron, what I love about this, we see where our medical partners, private partners, have found a way to give back to the BVI community in a really cool way, I would say. This fair, I think much persons should rush to it, as he said in his voice note, that, for Valentine's Day, many persons, you buy yourself flowers, you buy yourself gifts, but how about you give yourself more this Valentine's season and look after your entire self, your mind, body, and soul. So,
Kyla, you're absolutely right. It being the month of love, it's important that persons look at the holistic person and making sure that the well-being, both the physical, mental, and spiritual, are taken care of. So we wish Dr. Turnbull and his team the very best. Now, still ahead, the Bregado Flax Educational Center Secondary Division is now powered But get this, solar energy, and on the regional scene out of Bridgetown, Barbados, the purchase of shares in First Caribbean International Bank Limited by GNB Financial Group Limited, CIBC, will not be proceeding, says bank officials. We have all those details and more. You're watching 284 News. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
The win! Oh!
What are the hell?
I'm freaking out!
Is time.
284 News.
Coming to you live and direct from the beautiful British Virgin Islands.
What's poppin', what's really good, what's happening, what's up?
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works. Viewers, welcome back. Thanks for sticking to us. You're watching 284 News. Now, on the regional scene out of Bridgetown, Barbados, Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, CIBC, yesterday, February 3rd, 2021, announced that the transaction that would have been GNB Financial Group Limited acquired a major stake in First Caribbean International Bank Limited will not proceed as the transaction did not receive approval from the First Caribbean's regulators. Now, while this transaction would have supported First Caribbean's long-term growth prospects, it is only one way of supporting growth for our bank going forward. CIBC has held a majority ownership stake in First Caribbean for a number of years, and there exists an excellent working relationship with a sheer focus on meeting the needs of our clients, said Colette Delaney, CEO of First Caribbean. They continued by saying First Caribbean is a strong, well-run bank which is adjusting sensibly to the economic reality of the pandemic and is well-positioned to recover as the economies of the region recover as well. We remain laser-focused on delivering on our strategy, providing our clients with first-class service through a modern, everyday banking experience, and of course providing our employees, they said, with the best possible work experience. Now, CIBC First Caribbean is a relationship bank offering a full range of market-leading financial services through our corporate and investment banking, as well as retail and business banking and wealth management segments. They continue to be located in 16 countries around the Caribbean, providing banking services throughout approximately 2,900 employees in 64 branches and offices. CIBC First Caribbean is one of the largest regionally listed financial services institution in the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean, with some 12 billion US in assets and market capitalization, and of course US 2 billion. First Caribbean is a leading financial institution operating through the English and Dutch-speaking Caribbean with a strong balance sheet and regional leading digital banking capabilities. The team there at CIBC have an extensive network, ongoing investments in technology, and unwavering client-focused competitive differentiators that enable it to maintain its leadership in the Caribbean banking sector. Now, CIBC is a leading Canadian-based global financial institution with 10 billion personal banking, business, public sector, and institutional clients across personal and business banking, commercial banking, and wealth management, of course, and capital markets businesses. CIBC offers a full range of advice, solutions, and services through its leading digital banking network and locations across Canada and in the United States and around the world. We see where our financial institutions, Kyla, are not being spared from the economic fallout, and persons continue to do what they think is best to really navigate through corporate leadership and maintaining their stance throughout the region.
Of course, now with the economic impact of the pandemic, I think it's very very good to hear that our financial institutions are now reporting that they are still doing well.
Yes.
Of course, going through the ramifications of it. And of course, this share purchase did not go through, but I think it is very reassuring to hear that CIBC is still operating despite the circumstances. Now, the Bregado Flax Educational Center Secondary Division is the recipient of a solar system courtesy of Unite BVI. The solar system is the first grid-tied connection with a bi-directional meter, which means that the generated power that is not being used will be filtered back to the main BVI Electricity Corporation grid. It is also the largest public installation in the territory. The system is also comprised of 96 solar panels, 2 Tesla batteries, 6 battery interventions, and 4 solar interventions that will produce 67.2 kilowatts per hour of peak power. Now, Deputy Mayor and Minister of Education, Culture, Youth Affairs, and Fisheries and Agriculture, the Honorable Natalia Wheatley, expressed gratitude to the ministry's partner, including Unite BVI, who are able to make phenomenal things happen even in the midst of COVID-19 and post-Hurricanes Irma and Maria. Honorable Wheatley added, and I quote, "We are making things happen when it comes to alternative energy." Last week, the college started the solar technician training, which is another partnership with Unite BVI. And now we are here to equip our young people with the skills to be able to function in this new economy, because there is no doubt that we are being impacted by climate change and we have to go green, diversifying our energy supply, end quote. The minister said that work will continue to equip other schools, government buildings, and private homes with the relevant technology. Honorable Wheatley added, "Young people, I want you to be inspired and see the opportunities before you to be able to make a good living for yourself and contribute to the territory being cleaner, greener, and more efficient." Now, the foundation manager of Unite BVI said that the project was a dream that started before the inception of the foundation. She also thanked local partners, which is Amanda Engineering, BVI Electricity Corporation, and the Electrical Inspection Unit for making this project such a success. I'm very happy to hear this, to see that our government, and not just the government, but also private partners, seeing the importance of our territory being greener and more efficient. And we're definitely moving forward in this. We're seeing where more and more schools, government buildings, and homes are now adapting to this new way of living, and I'm very happy to see it.
Well, Kyla, it is by far a step in the right direction. One of the things that I love about this story is through the Anegada hybrid program, which the minister alluded to in his comments, a lot of our young men and some women get the opportunity to be trained in solar panel not only inspection but installation, and I think this is quite a notable tool to be able to have experienced. And not only that, but in bringing solar energy to the BVI, we're now training our local young men to be able to maneuver through that task and be able to contribute. So I think that's definitely a wonderful part to this story.
Of course. Now, still ahead, Shamori Callwood, wanted by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force on firearm-related incidents, and the Commission of Inquiry now has a new legal counsel. All this and so much more when 284 News returns.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun topic.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you? Yes. You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Viewers, welcome back to 284 News. Now as we move on in our newscast on the recommendation of Commissioner, the Right Honorable Sir Gary Hickenbottoms, which is the Commissioner of the Commission of Inquiry, has now provided for the Commissions of Inquiry Act, the Honorable Don J. Smith, the Attorney General of the British Virgin Islands, to now today appoint Mr. Bael Rawat as a counsel to the Commission of Inquiry. The commissioner said, and I quote, "I am delighted that Mr. Bael Rawat has been appointed to this key role. He brings a wealth of relevant expertise and experiences and will be an invaluable member of the inquiry team. I look forward to working with him and the other members of the team in conducting this inquiry for the benefit of the BVI and all who lives and works here." Now, Mr. Bael Rawat was called to the Bar of England and Wales in 1995. He was appointed to Attorney General of England and Wales, a panel of civil counsel in 2015, and has been a member of the Special Advocate Panel since 2009. He has particular expertise in relations to inquiries, civil and public law. So, Ron, just a few weeks ago, we saw where the government of the BVI sought private legal counsel, and now we see where the Commission of Inquiry has now appointed their legal counsel. Of course, we are still moving on, and we're very early in the stages as it pertains to the Commission of Inquiry, but we see where things are moving on quite quickly.
Yes, the developments of the inquiry are moving quite swiftly, Kyla. I do believe that this is going to be a long haul. We will be speaking and discussing the inquiry for quite some time. This is no small matter.
Of course.
And at the end of the day, it's going to take a lot of in-depth action, and we're going to see where both sides continue to do what they think is best in each other's interest.
But as we continue to say, just hoping that this will be a fair and transparent process, so at the end of the day, it would be in the best interest of the BVI people.
Most definitely. Now, still ahead on the local scene, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is seeking the public's assistance in locating Ballast Bay resident Shamori Callwood, aka Savage, who is wanted in connection with a number of firearm-related incidents. Callwood, 25, is being sought in connection to an automatic handgun which was seized early in January of this year. He is also wanted for questioning in a number of other related offenses. Callwood is approximately 6 feet tall, dark complexion, slim built, and may be armed and dangerous. The photo that is seen is the most recent of Mr. Callwood, and no attempt, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force say, should be made to approach him. Persons who may have seen Callwood or information on his whereabouts are asked to contact the Major Crime Team Unit at 368-5992. Again, that number is 368-5692, or the Intelligence Unit at 368-9339. All calls will be kept, they say, in the strictest of confidence. Kyla, before we conclude our newscast, we have some very good news. The vaccines are here in the British Virgin Islands. We, of course, along with our colleague Jovan Wilson, have been working on a story, and she's going to be releasing that shortly. But the conversation of vaccines is one that has been going on not only locally but globally as well. And while we don't have the exact figures on how many, we do know that they are being stored at the Rotan Wholesale, and we continue to listen in on the conversation. I think in the weeks to come, we're definitely going to see where officials are releasing perhaps who is next in line, who is first. Of course, we know frontline workers, healthcare professionals will be first in line. But I think not knowing the amount of vaccines that we have received, it's going to be a very important conversation as we move forward. We see where over the USVI, they have received their vaccines and persons have continued to do what they think is necessary to combat the coronavirus. But I do think it's a step in the right direction.
Of course, I think vaccines right now is at a scarcity all over the world. And I think the conversation needs to be had. I don't think we've been having the conversation enough in the BVI as it pertains to education, but also getting the opinion of the people. I did a piece on just opinions in the public, and much persons are of the opinion that, yes, I might take it, but I wouldn't necessarily be first in line. So if no one wants to be first, then who is going to be first?
Well, one of the things that's missing from this conversation, Kyle, is essentially our healthcare providers. So far, we've been hearing mostly from leaders of government business. Leaders of government business are not doctors. We need a medical expertise and the persons who are working behind the scenes who understand how it works to really come to the forefront and be willing to have the conversations, especially from the BVI Health Services Authority.
Most definitely. And we also saw where Dr. Kedrick Pickering, he spoke to the vaccines, and he is of the position that persons should take the vaccine, and we are at a comfortable position as to being able to vaccine the entire population, and that would really help us in our position economically. So all of these very important conversations, but I think it has just gotten real as the vaccines are now on island. I think persons need to now have that conversation a lot more with their healthcare professionals, with their families.
Most importantly, yes.
Most importantly. But viewers, of course, we here at 284 News will be keeping you updated as all things that are happening in our island, regionally, internationally, continues to unfold.
Viewers, that's all the time we have. We're going to be sure to come back tomorrow, Friday, to give you the latest happenings. We will join you again. We're at 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news right here on 284 Media in the beautiful British Virgin Islands. Happy Thursday, everybody. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Bye.